Just screwed up. NASCAR legend Tony Stewart once wrecked 25 cars in one Talladega turn. Tony Stewart's 2012 Talladega crash remains etched in NASCAR lore, a chaotic final lap melee that mangled 25 cars, sparking fiery criticism. The three-time Cup champion as a driver, known for his fearless driving, made no excuses, shouldering blame for the carnage. The wreck unfolded as Stewart attempted a last-ditch block on Michael Waltrip, triggering a chain reaction that turned Turn 4 into a junkyard. For Stewart, it was a humbling moment in a career defined by both brilliance and controversy. The aftermath of Tony Stewart's costly block at Talladega. With 2 laps to go in the October 2012 race, Stewart surged from 5th to 1st on a restart. Leading on the final lap, he faced a charging Matt Kenseth on the outside and Waltrip's drafting train on the inside. Desperate to hold position, Stewart veered left to block Waltrip, a split-second decision that backfired. "I just screwed up. I turned down across Michael, Waltrip, and crashed the whole field. It was my fault blocking to try to stay where I was," Stewart said post-race. His car went airborne, flipped backward, sailed over competitors, and landed atop Clint Bowyer's car. Only 5 cars escaped damage. Waltrip, who finished 25th, refused to blame Stewart. "I don't blame Tony at all because anybody in the world would have had to block like that. But the fallout was immediate. Debris littered the track, tow trucks gridlocked the garage, and NASCAR had to spend an hour sorting the finishing order." Unharmed but humbled, Stewart joked about his finely tuned athlete status and then doubled down on accountability. "I was trying to win the race. Michael got a great run on the bottom, a big head of steam. When I turned down across Michael's race car. Just a mistake on my part that cost a lot of people," he admitted. Superspeedway tensions and driver backlash. The crash amplified long-simmering frustrations about restrictor plate racing. Earnhardt Jr., a 6-time Talladega winner, blasted the sport's dangerous dynamics. "If this was how we raced every week, I'd find another job," he said. Gordon echoed the sentiment, calling the finish insane and reminiscing when Talladega was fun. Stewart's wreck wasn't an anomaly. It was by far the 7th among the last 8 races at Talladega that had late race crashes. Drivers like Denny Hamlin admitted riding at the back to avoid chaos, a strategy he called damage control. Brad Keselowski, who extended his points lead despite finishing 7th, summarized the collective dread: "Just a bunch of guys running 4 wide. You know it's a matter of time before they wreck. We all did." The incident also reignited debates over car design and safety. Earnhardt Jr. sarcastically suggested NASCAR should build the cars themselves to save costs. Meanwhile, Stewart's confession stood out in a sport where blame often deflects. "That's what you had to do on the last lap," Waltrip said. 13 years later, the wreck remains a cautionary tale. It underscored the razor-thin margins of superspeedway racing, where ambition and aerodynamics collide, and one move can rewrite a race's legacy.